And so students are seeing this landscape of issues that are longstanding that need to be addressed, and they're prepared to step into that. And again, just to draw the point out a little bit more in our next slide, we understand that there has been a remarkable spike in interpersonal acts of racism and hate that are happening across our country. This is data drawn from the Southern Poverty Law Center from 2019. While we don't have updated statistics, we have heard anecdotally, and we are starting to see emerging data that reported incidents of hate are happening all across the spectrum of identities. What you see reflected on the left-hand side of the slide are news reported hate incidents, and that was around 821 reported incidents of hate that span across, again, if you look at the different types of populations, whether that is racial acts or anti-LGBTQ, the largest and the majority going towards racial and ethnic hate acts. Now, cross-compare that to what we're seeing in the news and those reported incidents and what individual educators are reporting. You see a bit of a shift in how that demographic or where that target population draws out. But if you look at the end, it's 3,264 individual educator reported acts of hate in comparison to the 821 that are reported by the news. So these individual acts are happening in a one-to-one basis, and you all as educators are at the front lines of witnessing it, observing it, and reporting it. But what we're seeing is that there needs to be a greater understanding, a cause for and a call for inclusion, respect, and valuing of diversity as we are closer in proximity to each other, both in virtual environments and in physical environments. And especially with the pandemic, we're seeing a spike in xenophobic, anti-Asian sentiment, and also recognizing there are lots of disparities between how the pandemic is impacting both employment, education, and access issues across these demographic populations. And so again, we have a population of students who are remarkably socially aware. They're conscious, they're ready to organize, they're ready to be on the front lines, and that is being reinforced time and again by our need to create these conversations around respect, valuing inclusion, and creating a place where diversity is not only tolerated, but valued, respected, and accepted.